Hello friends, welcome to Yokai Watch Y Academy, episode 62's review, Jobiachi. I reach my hand out to you, or Jobiachi kono te yo kimi ni todoke. This is episode 62, provided by Austin. It aired in Japan on the 26th of March 2021. And let's dive into the actual review itself in just a moment. I need to apologize for not covering the hashtag Save Yokai Watch in a video and not covering Yokai Watch music note. There are reasons for why they have not been covered. It's all related to time. As you guys have as some of you know, I just finished doing Animal Crossing 365 and I've been doing a lot of extra exercising because I'm trying so hard to get this extra weight off. But we're diving into the review now. I just wanted to give you a disclaimer of why certain things have not happened. I now have time. I can now add more things to the schedule without having to worry about daily content. So this episode starts off with Lime basically body blocking our threat, our big daddy and boss, Ozma. I almost said Ozuga, but Ozma. And Lime does a fairly good job of body blocking for his master, kind of. We can say his master, but they're connected. Lime is connected. And guys, I'm shocked with how strong Lime actually is. This episode kind of really pushes the progression of how Lime has a lot of extra power in that Pteronog form. We do get some flashbacks, and we do get some other interesting things throughout the episode. I'm gonna hold off from rating the episode right away. We get the whole flashback to the last episode where we have Lime basically standing in front of Ozma. We also get a little bit of Lime and Ozma's past, that they are basically consistent of the same type of energy if you really want to get to that level of thinking. And I can't be the only one who thinks Ozma looks like a green Magic the Gathering monster or beast. Post below if you agree with my thought process or if it looks like a beast from another card game. But Lime decides to defend Ozma with his fullest efforts, channeling that light green Lime-tastic energy, knocking everyone back, double stomping. Is it MT Bouncer? Then again, MT Bouncer down, spiking Ronto. This is such hard disrespect, guys. I am so proud of that spike. You guys happen to know that I think Deep Shadow Ancient is kind of lazy naming, but to watch Pteronog just spike him, it was great. We get a little bit of a flashback to something that could happen in the future if things are not to change. So Lime's really just progressing narrative towards a different future, trying to prevent the destruction of the planet from happening. And we get some really nice brawling scenes between Lime and Shiko Kumaru. It's gonna be interesting not having to say this name, Shiko Kumaru, because as you guys know, next week is the final episode because Yokai Watch Music Note begins. But we're not going to discuss that right now. But we then get a Junpei flashback with Junpei and Dadpei. I'm just being a little trolly with the Dadpei anything, but to be really honest about it, it was a really heartwarming scene because of how stuff was phrased concerning Junpei's mother. Basically, something along the lines of you have to keep doing what's right. You gotta keep smiling and helping people because it's kind of a positive thing. Because Mio kind of radiates that positive energy even up until her death, if you want to get to things of that magnitude or level. And I don't know what I think about showing the flashback of her dying again. I don't feel like that does enough in this scene, but I guess it works within the context of the series. We get some more epic brawling between Terranog and Shishikumaru. And if it wasn't for those dastardly kids, Inma and Zazo, and the rest of the group, Terranog would have won. Ozma would have won. Basically, we have a crazy pulverizing barrage attack. We have a sword attack that pierces through protected barriers. Then we see a snippet of Lime falling, and Junpei reaching for Lime's hand to try to save Lime. I thought that was nice. They're basically brothers in arms. They look the same. So you can honestly say Lime is Junpei. But Lime and Ozma become one. They become Godzilla, basically. Look at that design and tell me it doesn't scream Tokatsu, like a monster or a Godzilla type creature. I really love this design. If there was like a big monster game where you're supposed to demolish cities, I would want this to be a part of the roster. And then we get a Ultraman ripoff when I thought they couldn't meme anymore. When I thought they could not meme anymore. Guys, this is such, this design, it hurts. Cause all I see is Ultraman. That's all I see. I honestly don't like the colors. I don't like the fact that the red's so much of like a orangish pale red. But I'm not gonna complain about that, guys. I'm just saying, colorization wise, maybe a darker or a brighter red would work well. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna let it slide because it's an Ultraman reference. Earthman got ready to channel a ultimatum style hand cannon blast, but what ends up happening is Junpei realizes Lime's still inside of Ozma's super duper Godzilla form. So he decides to sucker punch him in the gut and pull out Lime and save Lime, and then fire off the laser that would level civilizations. So now with Ozma defeated, Lime and Junpei best friended, we now have a safe and happy ending. Also, I want to point out that Lana was concerned the entire time. There were little snippet scenes not long enough for me to justify until right now. Because you don't want to hear me say, oh, Lana is concerned. Lana is concerned for Lime, concerned for Junpei, concerned for Atlantis. But Lana was very, very concerned. The boys, red and green, good and evil, hug it out, and Lime talks to the Atlantean chief engineer, who brings him something basically showing, hey, we can finally leave. We can go back into space and leave the Earth. So that is what they do. Lana presses the button, the UFOs are gone, and the world is saved. I am not even gonna rate this episode. It was interesting. It kind of feels, I hate to say this about the Jam series. It kind of feels like a B movie, but in a good way. I know someone gets what I'm saying when I say a B movie in a good way. It just feels like one of those B movies where it's entertaining, but your brain is telling you, why are you watching this? Why? Only because there's just so. It's like watching Sharknado. That is gonna be my comparison right now, guys. And don't take it the wrong way because I enjoyed this episode. But this episode was like watching Sharknado or a movie with tons of other references. Because that's what the series is. I was not expecting a Ultraman reference. Then again, we had Super Sentai reference. This is basically a Boku no Hero Academia / Kamen Rider reference series. So that's why I wasn't expecting a Ultraman reference, which was still good, still interesting. I like the fact that Emma and Zazu helped out. I like the fact that the high school and middle school are now fully united as a front, so if they decide to do something else with the Y Academy property, they have something to work off of, which I kind of doubt they will because they tend to just shelf stuff and then say, oh, we have the OG, we'll just go back to using that. And that's all fine and dandy for them. Not really for the people that enjoyed these sub-series a little bit more, or these side series or spin-offs a little more. But yeah, that final battle was really good. I like the fact that it was very hero-y. Earthman reaching inside Ozma to pull out Lime, I felt like that played a really good part of pulling the emotional strings of the viewers. I'm not sure if it will resonate good here if it was to ever get localization or localized, but I think it would likely have played out well for the Japanese audience. I don't know anyone from Japan that has watched the series or who is watching it, so I can't confirm if it was a nice touching scene. I mean, me understanding the limited Japanese that I know, I can tell that it was a heartfelt moment. But that's it for the review. I appreciate everyone's support. Be on the lookout for some different videos this week. Love and appreciate you guys. Bye bye for now.